Yo, 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 yo! What's up, y'all? Sugar Punch here, coming up with another video. So, as you can see from the thumbnail, we are down another pound. We are finally, officially out of the 220s. And I'm gonna tell you, the 220s sucked. I mean, whew. Getting out of the 240s was not bad because I only had 3 pounds to lose. The 230s went by pretty fast, but man, I felt like I was stuck in the 220s, specifically like the lower 220s, for months, even though in reality it was only like 2 weeks. But that's just the crazy thing about the sugar fasting and the sugar diet, y'all, is that you're used to losing weight so rapidly that when you're not like dropping half a pound or a pound a day or like 5 pounds a week, you're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why is it going so slow? Why am I not losing weight? What am I supposed to do? Truth is, if you think about it, and you think about all the other kind of typical ways to lose weight, you know, whether you just want to pound in protein and do a caloric deficit, keto or carnivore or whatever it is, if you think about it, most of those times, people who are losing a pound a day, they're typically happy. They're typically thrilled, right? They're super excited, um, which is crazy. So it just goes to show you the power of a sugar-based lifestyle and just how it can kind of like twist and turn and shape your mentality of like what weight loss is and how quick it's supposed to be or how fast it should go, you know? Um, Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Um, So, for those of you that want to know what I've done over the past 2 days to drop off another pound, it was pretty simple, pretty straightforward for myself. I just sugar fasted, and I sugar fasted because that's what I wanted to do, and I just felt good with it. Like for both days, my breakfast is typically the same on every sugar fast. I have some lemonade that I make up, and I'll have myself a big glass of orange juice. And I'll pretty much just sip on that stuff for several hours because it just works for me. It gives me energy. It gets me going. If I feel like I want like something that's not a liquid, I'll either like grab a couple gummies and nibble on that, or I'll go grab some fruit, nibble on that, or I'll have like something like this. These guys right here, Bear, if you want to sponsor me, I'm all for it. Please. I digress. But I'll have something like that. If I do anything for lunch, I mean, typically for lunch, I'm not doing anything big for lunch. Like, I don't know. I've never been a big lunch eater. Even like when I was slim and trim, I was never really a big lunch guy because I'm always working. And for me, I've always been the kind of person, when I'm at work, and I just get locked in for however long I'm there, and I'm just going. So I typically don't think about food much, but if I do want something lunch-wise, I'll just keep to the same things I always do. I'll have an orange, or I'll have just some more fruit juice, or just some wet fruit, or that's about it. You know, I just kind of stick to the same stuff because it tastes good. I like it, and I roll with that. And then dinner, typically you do a smoothie, and that's what I did the past 2 days. Just did a smoothie last night and a smoothie the night before, and then I also bought these little like single packets of sherbet ice cream, and I'll have one or two of those just depending on how I'm feeling and what I'm wanting. And then boom, voila, there you go. You got it. Simple, easy. Yeah, and I'm feeling great. Energy's fantastic. As I mentioned in my video the day before, if some of you are wondering, well, how long are you going to sugar fast? Are you doing a 5-day sugar fast challenge? Or are you doing it for 10 days, 15 days? What are you doing? I don't have a number set to it, y'all. I'm just rolling with what I feel. And I'm just listening to my body's cues, right? I'm a big believer in that. And it's the same thing when it's like, oh, well, what's your eating frequency? Well, my eating frequency is just when I feel like I'm hungry, I go and I eat something. I'm just not defining it as these like 3 meal a day at this time, this time, this time kind of deal. Because it's just different for me every single day. And so I'm really just for the fast sugar fasting days, I'm going to keep sugar fasting until I feel like there's a day where I want something that's not just sugar, right? If I want something that's starch, if I want, some pasta, or if I want a baked potato, or if I want, I don't know, insert whatever starch related thing, or some lean protein if I want that too. Like, I don't know. It just really depends. I'm just going off literally vibes. Like, I'm just going off vibes. And right now, vibes have been great just doing pure sugar. And then, some people might say it's a very aggressive goal, but I mean, if you're going to set a goal, set a lofty one. That's how I view it. And then appreciate the small wins as you're making your way to the big lofty goal. And my big lofty goal is to lose 15 pounds this month. Today is the 11th, is it not? Yeah, today is the 11th. So there's what, 30 or 31 days in June? I don't quite remember. But we've lost 3 pounds. So that means we've got 12 more to go. Now, my super lofty goal, like I said, was to lose 15 pounds. But ultimately, if at the end of this month I get down to 213 pounds, I will be elated. I will be ecstatic. I'll be thrilled, because the last time I felt like really comfortable in my skin and I enjoyed like what I looked at when I was in the mirror, like seeing myself, um, that was in 2022, and it's when I got down to 213 pounds and I could fit into large size t-shirts again. My waist size was down to, I think, a 32 or 33. And I felt good. I felt good. Um, and that was almost 3 years ago now. But we're close. We're close, We're only 6 pounds away from that, which is crazy to think about. Absolutely crazy. Uh, to think about it, Um, I'll just tell y'all like a little quick side story. All right, story time, just for y'all. So back here at my mom's place, she has a boyfriend. They've been together for 10 plus years, and whatnot. And he is a huge cooker, so he's always cooking food, always dialing up goodies, and he's always making tons and tons of it, and way more than he needs to. And ever since I've been back home, even though I said, hey man, I'm on this very specific kind of lifestyle that I'm doing here, and I'm kind of avoiding heavy hitting, hard hitting foods, he just still offers every single night, and I'm happy and I'm glad that he does. But it's just like, that temptation that's around there. It was a little hard at first when I first got back into the house, because he's making things like spaghetti, but spaghetti that is loaded down with like 80/20 beef. He's making hamburger helper-ish stuff. He's making pork chops. He's making catfish. He's making hamburgers. So, he's cooking that stuff all the time, like literally every single night. And he's like, oh, well, I got this. You want some? And I'm just like, nope, nope. And I can smell it, It smells fantastic. It smells wonderful. And when I first got in there, I was like, oh, man, oh, all I want to do is go eat that stuff. But now it doesn't even bother me anymore. Like a week and a half in to 2 weeks, like there's no craving for it. Even though it smells good and it smells nice, like there's nothing in me that has me like really craving, like having that craving anymore. And I don't have like a craving to have, pizza at night anymore, which is crazy and hard to believe. And I don't have that craving for a hamburger at night anymore, like And so it's awesome to see how things have like reset. My appetite has reset. And if I like really find myself like craving something, which isn't too often, I mean, it's just like a starch, and it's a simple starch. You know, it's the classic baked potato with ketchup on it, kind of deal. So that's just a little story time, and something I had to break down to him actually yesterday, because he um, had made, I think, hamburgers, yeah. And he was like, "Oh, you know, you don't want to eat it? Come on, it'll just be one night." And I was like, "Well, man, the problem is with that is that one night turns into 2 nights, turns into 3 nights, and then it's so easy when you've built up like momentum and you're jumping on the scale and you're seeing the weight loss go down, to jump on the scale and then see like it go in the opposite direction, and then to get, you know, unmotivated and then start to go back in the opposite way. You know what I mean? Um, but that is a great thing about the sugar diet, though, you all. Just remember that. Realize that if you do have a night where you have an unexpected dinner or you have a blowout, you know what I mean? Just jump right into the sugar fasting and it'll help you, you know, typically in like 2 days. What you did will be reset and undone. But, you know, if you're doing that like Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, then all of a sudden it's like, holy crap, you know, that's 3 days worth of stuff you got to undo. Um, but yeah, have any of y'all noticed like your appetites have changed? Or like your cravings and what it is that you might want or don't want anymore? That's just something interesting that I've noticed. And yeah, it's like super close to my face today because my thing on the front of my car broke after 4 years. Crazy that happened. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of all I got for today. What am I gonna do going forward? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep rolling with the sugar fast for right now. I actually kind of set like a little mini micro goal for myself, and I wanted to lose another 3 pounds this week, so we would be 5 pounds down again. I think, yeah, math, Dustin. No, it would be like 4 pounds down, something like that. So I'm 219, and I would love if I could get myself to like 215 by the end of this week. That would be awesome. That'd be fantastic. Especially with my clothes. Like, my clothes fitting a heck of a lot looser now too. Like the extra large shirts over here are getting much smaller, which is cool, but also sucks because I'm gonna have to go spend money. And I'm gonna have to go spend money on more clothes. And I don't want to do that right now. But it's a good thing. Good thing, right? Anyway, I've rambled on enough. I hope you all have had a fantastic day and a great week. I think today is Wednesday, so we are hump day, baby. So we are almost there through the week. So enjoy the rest of the week. Have fun. I'll probably drop another video on Friday, but till then, get that sugar up in you all, and all the best.